Hello, my name is Erica Rao, and I will be doing my presentation on modernism. What is modernism? When I think of modernism, I think of cogito ergo sum, which is a Latin phrase written by Rene Descartes, translated into English as I think, therefore I am. This saying is the actual description of what modernism stands for. Modernism is a historical period, a movement that took place during the early 1900s to about the mid 1900s in Western Europe and North America. This movement was based on rationalism and capitalism. The saying cogito ergo sum means that I believe only what can be seen with my own eyes and what I can prove for surety. Now, in order for us to understand what modernism is or how it became, we must know where it came from or what it was before it became modernism. So during this presentation, I will be explaining the transition from pre-modernism to modernism. And I encourage you to pause this presentation just to view the charts that and the images that I have in the presentation. The transition of the arts. During the pre-modernism era, there were images or pictures painted by artists that were landscapes or bowls of fruit or just normal everyday things that we would see. And when the modernism era came about, it transitioned to abstract or avant-garde paintings. And when this transition took place, the modern way was more so of the artist challenging or experimenting with a new form or convention. So instead of doing this in a traditional way, artists almost rebelled and invented a new type of artistry or a new image. And so with this new type of art, it challenges the viewers of the art to try to understand the artist. So it's pushing the envelope a little bit. The transition of religious belief. During this time of pre-modernism, it was all about there's a God, there's a spiritual world, there's something else outside of what we live in every day. But we can't see it and we can't prove it, but it's there. This is how we were raised or how the people of that time were brought up. Now, in modernism, it was all about education. It was all about I can see it and I can prove it. So this is what I'm going to go with. I'm not going to go and believe in stories from the Bible, but I can't prove it or I can't see it, or I talk to God and he's not talking to me, so he's not there. So then the question came, well, where do humans come from? This is where the Darwin theory or hypothesis of evolution and people came from apes and the world was created by an explosion in outer space. Here we have technology and the industrial advancement. If we look right here in the left-hand side of the screen, there is the Isabella's furnaces of Elna in North Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and this is where mass production of iron was being created, which we know today as like U.S. Steel. There was a lot of things being created during this time. If you would just take a minute and pause the video and look at this timeline and everything that was being invented during this time, from cures to carbon monoxide, manufacturing pneumonia. There's so many different things that were being created during this time. Now, what we're looking at here are images from World War One and World War Two. These were very, very big events that took place during modernism, where the industrial things were being created and the airplane was created. So from World War One, we had these airplanes up here in the right hand corner, down to World War Two, which are just maybe 20-ish years away, give or take a few years. And these airplanes were more heavy duty and more constructed, and I'm sure could carry more armor and more guns and everything else that they used during these wars. Right here on the right hand side at the bottom, we have cannons, or the train up here at the top. All of these big things were being created. We now also have the discovery of the world. With this, everything was now being put on maps and drawn out. Things had become more organized, and we could see all the countries and the oceans, and everything was coming together and being put on paper. If you would please just pause the video just to look at all the interesting inventions that took place, the major inventions that took place during that time. We are going to rely on facts and things that can be proven. This is how the spiritual, supernatural, cultural, religious, and every other founding way of living was done away with due to the transition from pre-modernism to modernism. This is modernism. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation as much as I have researching all of this wonderful and interesting information. This was by far one of my favorite projects. Thank you.